Headline of the week is back. Because the headlines keep coming and they don't stop coming. Pick up a newspaper. And we have headphones. Added headphones for aesthetic. They're literally not even plugged in. Thought I'd be transparent. Florida man parks smart car in kitchen so it won't blow away. Smart car, smart person. I just remember when I went to Germany many years ago. We went over there and lived at another school, and some of the students there were like who we lived with. And my mate was living with this guy who was the tallest person you knew and drove a smart car. Just about had to take the roof off to have his head pop out of it. They are the most ridiculous car going around. Handy in a situation like this, but it's a trash headline, isn't it? Roller coaster hero makes one hell of a catch. That he does. This is a great story, some great vision. I'm gonna put it in holding. Mum marries a tree in front of family and now plans to change her name. To what? Mary Eucalypt? Mary Oak? I'm just trying to find the family tree joke in there, but I really can't. When will people stop marrying things that aren't other humans? I don't know. I think we'll see this for eternity. Trash. Woman's drunken sandwich order is so weird, the Subway worker takes a photo of it. I don't think I've ever gone beyond the standard Subway menu. Let's put it in holding, see if it stands the test of the other headlines, and then we can find out what stupid sandwich she made. Unlucky. Holiday home owner loses a legal fight against Cockerel. I can already guess so much about this story. Maybe there's a chicken that lives next door to this holiday home. This person isn't getting other people come through their holiday home because there's a chicken next door. It's super loud in the morning. This headline's been twisted, hasn't it? You can't take a cockerel to court. He's taken the neighbours to court. But I'm still interested. Let's put it in holding. Boy, 12, impaled by spring in freak trampoline accident. How do you get impaled by a trampoline these days? Like back in the day, yeah, that happened all the time. There is that many safety precautions these days. How has this happened? As disgusted as I am by that spring sticking out of his back, I'm going to put it in holding. By the way, impaled is a great word. Disturbing, but great. Florida burglar breaks into home to make breakfast. Tells residents go back to sleep. No, don't mind, I'm just making some breakfast. Just making some toast and some juice. Go back to bed, it's fine. I'm not gonna rob you, besides this delicious meal. And I'm preparing it myself. Just go back to bed. It's just the most ridiculous thing. It's all said in the headline, I'm putting it in trash. Cat burglar caught after leaving DNA evidence at robbery by biting a fish cake. What's the difference between a burglar and a cat burglar? A cat burglar is a thief who enters a building by climbing to an upper story, or a particularly stealthy burglar who gains undetected entry through use of agility. All that agility made this guy hungry. And of course, because he's a cat burglar, he's gonna eat something fish related. He's bitten into a fish cake, must have finished it, left it half eaten there. They've somehow got his DNA and caught him. I'm kind of interested in learning a little bit more about how this all unfolded. I'm putting it into holding. Woman claims to be her own daughter to try to evade arrest. If your daughter looks like that, I would be a little bit worried. Isn't it just a few weeks back that we talked about a guy who was getting out of jail by pretending to be his daughter, and he was going to leave his daughter in jail? So dumb. Put it in the trash. Final headline for this week. A bear walks into a hotel and takes a nap. What would you do if you were the concierge? A bear just walks in. Obviously you get something between yourself and the bear so it doesn't maul you. Comes in, starts hibernating. Call the animal handler. Charge him admission for one night. Bring him some room service. That's a great headline. All said in the title though. Okay, so we got a few headlines to choose from. I think the roller coaster hero making a catch, probably not worth it. I mean, it's just vision, really. There's a bit more to the story, but it's mostly just the vision. The freak accident. We have not a whole lot of information about how this has happened. We know it does happen, but how did this exactly happen? Let's find out. Okay, cat burglar leaving DNA. That's pretty funny. Let's read that. Do we want to hear about a cockerel in court or a stupid Subway sandwich? I think the Subway sandwich it's not great. Someone's just had a cucumber sandwich. Let's start with the freak trampoline accident. His dad said his heart dropped when he saw the accident, which was very, very scary. He was just playing with his friends in Louth in Lincolnshire, whatever you want to call it, when the spring broke off and became embedded 2 inches 5 centimeters into his back, collapsed in intense shock and pain before his dad Ian was called, rushed to emergency for surgery. They removed the spring under local anesthetic. Took him about 10 minutes to get it out of his back. Doctors said they've never heard of something like this happening with a trampoline. Well, not in this day and age, surely back in the day. It's been that many years, a new generation of doctors has come in before they've seen another trampoline accident. Could have been his neck or head. We were very, very lucky. Thank our lucky stars it wasn't more serious. Jamie said the spring was so heavy, and he added he couldn't believe he'd been through this. It must have been rarer than a lightning strike. He's lucky that the hook actually broke off, or it could have been a lot worse. Yeah, imagine if the whole trampoline was stuck to his back, not just the spring. So here's how it actually went down. All the friends are playing in the garden on the trampoline, and they go,
"Hey, we've got a balloon idea, let's jump on it at the same time."
which normally, that's alright. Said he had no idea the spring had ripped through his t-shirt and was lodged in his back. All his friends were shocked. They all bounced at once, the trampoline went very low and the spring came away. It's just so hard to believe anything like this happens in this day and age with the technology that's been developed for trampolines, you know what I mean? Next headline, Cockerel in court. So this person brought a cease and desist against the bird after buying a holiday home next to the bird's owners. What did I say? So this is happening in France. It's a noisy cockerel. He's pitted metro and rural France against each other. A very noisy cockerel has been brought to court as he continues his dawn chorus despite complaints from neighbours. He's 4 years old and cannot be silenced after a court in Western France rejected a demand for his crowing to be halted. He's allowed to keep going. Crow on. That's the cockerel with his owner. Why does that not surprise me? That that's the kind of person that owns a cockerel that looks like that? You know, they say pets sort of mould into what their owner looks like. I'm not saying anything, but starts at 4:30 a.m. That is an early wake up. Keeps going until early morning, well into the afternoon as well. It just does it all day. It's like while it's awake, you might as well crow. The first official letter came in 2017. This has been going on for 2 years now. Fought out in court. She said, "I'm not going to let myself be bullied. Not going to let my cock be bullied. We won't silence the countryside noises." Similar court cases have been filed before, but this one has got the most attention. They even had t-shirts supporting the little cockerel Marries and sold as far as the US. What a funny little story that is. The cat burglar that had to have a fish cake bite. Okay, I thought a cat burglar went through a high point. Apparently this guy's a cat burglar because he went through the cat flap. Took a bite out of a homeowner's fish cake. It's like that other guy, the burglar who walked into the home and had some breakfast. No, go back to sleep. There are a lot of hungry burglars out there. Forced his way into a home in Kent, stole wine, clothes, a handbag, bank cards, but left behind half a fish cake with traces of his DNA, and that was his downfall. A few days later, he was busted by police, hiding in a wardrobe, hopefully not in the same house, with 5 bags of cannabis in his backpack and stolen items from that burglary. Despite initially denying charges by claiming, "I don't like fish, why would I eat a fish cake?" He eventually pleaded guilty, and now he's going to be spending 2 years and 4 months in prison. Great. So who wins headline of the week? This is a tough one. I like all the stories. I think out of all of them, the cockerel in court isn't my favourite. I reckon that's going in third, which means out of the impaled trampoline accident and the cat burglar, the headline of the week is the cat burglar who denied that he ate the fish cake because "I don't like fish." Then why's your DNA on it, mate? If I can put out a message to any burglar that's out there, just eat before you do your burglary. It should be that simple. Do you agree with my choice for this headline of the week? If not, let us know what you thought it should have been in the comments down below. And if you got it from a different news site, let us know as well. Hope you've enjoyed this edition. If you have, gently caress that like button, give it a little cuddle, hopefully a tap, and subscribe as well if you haven't already. And I'll catch you next week as we get a bunch more headlines, sift through them, and find out what is the headline of the week. Until then, you just do you. Just do you.